Hey everyone, welcome to match 1 of 3 of Red-Green HoHoHo. Today we are playing Grixis Whirza. Gonna be an interesting match. Yeah, this is actually happening. You are seeing this unfold in front of you. So we're winning up with Nettle Sentinel. It's good enough. It's a good enough hand to start. Not the fastest, but we have something for turn 1, 2, and 3, so can't complain. As long as we don't get any more lands, at least for the next couple of turns, we're okay. Now, I could have attacked first with Nettle Sentinel and then, played our second elf and then have Nettle Sentinel on tap, but there's no reason for that at the moment. No reason to sequence it that way, at least. Although, technically, I should be doing it that way just so I get into the habit of it. Okay. So that comes down. Now we gotta deal with this. We gotta deal with Emery here. Now we have to think about everything that's in our opponent's graveyard because they're gonna be able to recur it. So I'm taking my time here. Not putting down Bloodbraid Elf just yet. Well, actually, I can't because I don't have a 4th land, of course. Now, I didn't really figure out here is that they could have done exactly what you're about to see. Exactly. So they're going to cast something out of their graveyard. And we're going to get nothing out of it. But we attack in for 4, so there's that. So I gotta start doing the math here, because not only do they have cards in their hand, but they have cards in their graveyard that are all live for all intents and purposes. Next turn we get to play Bloodbraid Elf though, or collect the company. It's our choice. So Engineering Explosives comes down on 2, unfortunately. And unfortunately, they're going to be able to play around with Engineering Explosives in their graveyard, bringing it back. Essentially being able to board wipe us every other turn, which is going to be a bit frustrating. So we cascade into Llanowar Elves, which is not the most thrilling cascade. But we do get to attack in for quite a bit this turn, so. Scred will be helpful. Let's see where our opponent plays. Alright, so they're going all the way down to 3. That Scred would have been nice if it was a lightning bolt. So now I gotta deal with Whirza here. Probably gonna pop. Oh, okay. Not sure how they survive next turn. Okay. There we go. That's how they do it. So what do we draw? Land is really not what we want here. I'm gonna collect the company, and let's see A if it resolves, and B what we got. Okay, so Colossus, very, very good. Definitely want to bring in Colossus here. Yeah, just to get more bodies essentially onto the battlefield. And Colossus is active, which happens quite often in this deck. Now Scred deals 4 damage, which is pretty brutal. And we get rid of an annoying creature. So next turn, well, I mean this turn they're dead. Yeah, there we go. I forgot to set an attack step there. So okay, we won game 1. That was pretty good. Pretty happy about our red-green HoHoHo deck. Santa and his elves did spectacularly, didn't even need the reindeer. So, yeah, this version of the deck was playing Inscription, removed it in the end to make room for Lightning Bolt and such. Was also playing Reclamation Sage in the side at the time. Since it was an elf, I figured it was kind of on theme, but I opted out of it in the end. Although very much an option if you're not too worried about graveyards. So I think that was good enough. This opening hand is bad. This mulligan to 6 is pretty bad as well. Cannot keep that. We're going to have to go down to 5. This 5 is, I mean, we really have no choice here. The question is, what do we get rid of? It's actually not that easy a call. Yeah, we're gonna have to make some hard decisions here because we have to get rid of 2 cards. I think that's the best we can do. So we'll wait for our opponent. Alright. Okay. Pretty harmless turn 0. That is going to be coming down very late in this game, if at all. Mulliganing down to 5 is really going to basically set the clock against us here. Probably will not win this if we're mulliganing to 5, and it was a weak 5. Really can't do much there. That's the variance gods, essentially. Not liking our Santa deck. Sword of the Meek is also going to be a problem if we don't get a Colossus anytime soon. So, I mean, unfortunately, our hand is starting to look like that mulligan to 6, which is not great here. Not great at all. Next turn, we can get Collected Company, assuming Land of Elves survives. That's a big if. So let's see what our opponent decides to play. They don't have anything crazy yet. Okay, Thopter Foundry, again, is going to be a bit of a problem here for me. Because now they have that engine, they have Sword of the Meek in the graveyard. Not looking good. So let's see what we can get out of it. Colossus is not bad, actually. Not bad of a play at this point. Again, we're really behind either way. Our opponent taking their time. Alright, if I decide to do something. Sure. So Colossus is active, probably going to target. Yeah, that makes sense. Sword of the Meek, get rid of that. But again, we're not in any good position here. Yeah, can't do anything. Need a third land to be able to do anything with the majority of the cards in our hand. All right, second Whirza. our indecisive opponent. Spellskite. Alright. Another hindrance. This question here is, do we just get rid of another card, or would we get rid of a land to give us a 4th land? And I think that's smart, because we just drew our 3rd Clothis, which is just brutal. Just brutal. We really have no choice here. Our opponent's tapped out. Alright, so I think Gray Sable Stag is actually pretty good. Yeah. Yeah. Reclamation Sage. I mean, yeah, I'm going to target Thopter Foundry, see if they want to redirect to Spellskite here. I'm not too worried about Engineer Explosives, that's the thing. Alright. So let's see what they do. This game is grinding out more than I thought it would, surprisingly. Doesn't help that our opponent is really taking their time and making a lot of indecisive taps with their permanents, but can't do much about that. Alright, we draw another land. Can't say it's bad. I don't think it really matters what we remove here, but might as well get rid of the Planeswalker. So another Collected Company makes sense. I'm not doing it during the combat step because I just really want to see what we're getting here. Yeah, 2 Nettle Sentinels. I'm going to get pumped, which is great. We could probably attack with Gray Sable Stag as well. Let's see if I do that. I don't, which is weird, because they weren't able to block it with anything. Interesting. Not sure what I was afraid of in terms of keeping Great Sable Stag untapped. Should have just attacked in, it would have been 3 damage. So I think that was a mistake. Alright, Engineering Explosives is going to be coming back. So they're going to have this, like, very soft but annoying lock on us with being able to recur Engineer Explosives back as often as they want. Now it's on 1, it's gonna wipe out a large portion of our battlefield, and it's also going to deactivate Clothis, unfortunately. And we'd probably scoop at that point. There's just nothing we can do. I mean, we can hope that we hold out and just whittle our opponent away with Clothis, which is a possibility. I think at this point it makes sense to just attack with everything. Yeah, just force our opponent to get that Engineering Explosives going. There you go. That's what I thought they'd do. Again, they'd have to put substantial pressure on us right now for us to concede. So the engineering explosives coming back every time. Yeah, that sucks. And they're going to be able to do it now. Or they should have, perhaps. Although they wouldn't be able to take care of our Clothis. So I don't see how our opponent wins this either way. So I'll attack in here and see what they do. Yeah. Sure. Still don't think they got us. Santa and his elves will win. Let's get rid of that engineer explosives. No surprise there. I was down to 1. I think this is the turn we win. Man, they were really looking for a way for us to lose this here. That or they just want to play until their life total goes to 0. Which I suppose I could respect. You never know, I might misclick. No, there we go. So our opponent gives in. Their deck was no match for Santa, his elves, and his reindeer. So I'm very happy to see that. Good job, Santa. I hope you enjoyed that match. Let me know what you think. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy my content in general, please subscribe, hit notification bell. Follow me on Twitter or Facebook, whichever you prefer, although I do suggest Twitter because that's where I post a lot of my updates more often. And if you want a chance to win in any of the giveaways, I do many giveaways throughout the year. I just gave away $4,000 worth of rares and mythics. So if you want a chance at winning quite a big value in rares and mythics, you need to be following me on Twitter and subscribe to me on YouTube. That's essentially the only 2 requirements. If you are interested in becoming a patron, check out the Patreon link in the description. A big thank you to my current patrons for being a very big support early on in my creator endeavors. Check out the tiers. I think the Patreon tiers are going to be pretty interesting for anyone who's interested in supporting the channel. Essentially, you're guaranteed a giveaway win every year, so check that out. Thanks, and have a good one.